He goes lines beyond that bad athlete and super clever. It must feel good on it. You, oh my God, it definitely feels better. It feels better now, knowing that I know who my people are, like my true people, and that don't have nothing to do with skin tone at all. Because if it had anything to do with skin tone, we wouldn't be in the situation that we was in. You got a bunch of hard ER Negroes that need to get they get these spiritual hands. It's like Sabi get these spiritual hands, but not for real. Okay, fuck excuse me. This is a quick impromptu live. This is about bad Assery being psychic in a world where you gotta motherfucking suffer to survive. And I feel I'm hungry right now, but I feel full off of the truth that everything my father was teaching me is all coming to It's like I was saying, right? We stopped going along with the same old thing to the people that's doing evil. And once we started doing that, you see how much people are getting taken down. You know the reason why Epstein got locked up. It, he saw while we were doing our badassery, everything that was going to unfold. That's why so many people is on the spiritual bandwagon. That's why now it's popular to be a spiritual teacher or tarot reader, right? Like when this shit first started, it was like two people doing tarot reading, right? And like three people talking about spirituality. Now the internet is flooded, it's oversaturated with that with that bandwagon hoppers. Like they hop on the bandwagon, right? And they realize that oh shit, this shit really ain't getting no money. Like you got to really do this from the heart. So they start getting all collaborations and they start getting collaborative. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking about the true ones that's doing genuine work. I'm talking about the ones that's hopping on the bandwagon when they wasn't talking that talk or walking that walk at all whatsoever, right? And they might have been one of your friends, family members, loved ones, whatever, and you was the one that was talking that talk and walking that walk, right? And you got beaten down. You got, they was banging on the door and they wore you down. So now that you're worn down, and you decided to take a break and take a seat, now they so spiritual. Now they so in tune with the source. They know what the source is. They know this. They know that. They been down. Like oh my gosh, and it's just funny to me. It's just funny because I can't get myself, I can't get beside myself and lower my standards and lower my morals to let that shit get to me at all. Because if I do, then I'll be playing into their hands. I'll be playing into their hands and being just like the hungry hearts and the thirsty souls that's looking for truth. right? But poison is always going to taste good to a thirsty heart. You thirsty, you don't know you drinking poison. You hungry, you don't know they feeding you shit. You want the truth, you don't know they telling you lies. They just got so good at it, they believe that it's true. You know? So, yeah, you get you can hear it too in the name, right? The Maya and the Mexica, they just playing technology with the words, right? Don't fall for the technology and don't believe the hype. It ain't no hype in none of this stuff that we do. Because none of the stuff that we doing, hey, we do it. It's you who decides to donate to them, and that's always going to be appreciated. And you're going to get it back in different ways, and you're going to get your money back too. And when it doesn't happen that way, then you know you were lied to. It's always supposed to be a figure eight. Even if we're through this stream and I make a deal with you or you make a donation to me, you're supposed to get something from me, spiritually or physically, or else I'm lying to you. And if I'm lying to you, I'll be held accountable. My head will be on the stake. And since I've been talking like this for 33 years and my head ain't never been off my shoulders yet, shit, I'm gonna talk this talk while I step on my step, baby. Like I said, I'll be honest, even if it killed me. You think Jesus started lying because he was getting beat? You think Jesus was lying because he knew they was about to kill him and he still kept telling the truth. These days you got hard ER Negroes. As soon as they start feeling a little tension, they start folding like fucking packages. They start folding like Amazon mail because they weak. Those are the same people that talk down whenever we start talking up about building communities and developing and being forward thinking and thinking about the children and the future. Those are the ones that be like, oh no, we can't do that. Oh, look at all the shit that we always do, always this and it's always that. Like you, you gotta let dumb people know we're gonna make sure to write your name down and not let you in. Cause you ain't gonna be invited anyway with that negative shit. It's so easy to be negative. It's hard to be positive. Why? Because this world is full of negative shit and a bunch of negative people. You got an idea and a plan. They want to talk about shit that happened before, and they have nothing to do with you. We're not talking about them yesterday niggas. We talking about the children of tomorrow. We on that bad Assery, and we typed it so we could see shit before they happen. That's why I tell you, it's the difference between the patterns and somebody's actions. Once you can see the patterns, you don't give a fuck about how anybody acts. You can see through all that. One motherfucking clock, as I said that. And I'm like, look at me speaking that line. You know, you doing that all the time. So, yeah, we talking about the future. And just because you decided to change your life around and doing it genuinely, don't think I'm talking to you. Because obviously you're not trying to con anybody or lie to anybody to get to where you gotta get to. You're being honest. You don't ask people for anything. If anything, you just ask for a like or a comment. Just so it could be interactive and it could be a place of development and building, not just somebody speaking with no regurgitation from the congregation. You know, the pastor don't ask questions in the church. The pastor tells you the answer. You don't get to question nothing. You get to do as you're told and shut the fuck up and listen. Say hallelujah and amen. God said he ain't coming to the motherfucking church to get his people. So why is people always going to the church talking about they going to get God? There's too much truth out there. The only thing that's keeping people from believing or actually acknowledging the truth, it's not even believing, right? Because you know the truth is out there. You know what the truth is, right? You know the actions that need to be taken, but you've been programmed and you've been beaten down, so now you're afraid to even know or acknowledge that you believe and know that it's a bullshit, or that you're acting in fear, or that you've been manipulated out of your power to put that lampshade on, to turn down your volume. You know the the truth. Don't mind being questioned. It's the lie. As soon as somebody's lying and you ask them, or you say something along the lines of you having an idea that they might be lying, or you bring up something that they said in the past, and they be lying so much so they don't even remember the shit that they say because they just got to keep lying. They gonna start arguing with you because the truth don't give a fuck about how many questions you got asked. The truth don't care how many questions you got to ask. I don't care how many questions people ask. I'm the answer. I'm not the liar. I don't need to go look for the motherfucking answer. All I gotta do is dive in. All I gotta do is dive in. Everybody else gotta wait for somebody to put the video out or put the word out, and then they go to it, and then they get the answer from that, and then they tell you like they freaking came up with it. But they won't tell you who they got it from though. But that's okay. Everybody, everybody gotta have a blueprint to build anything that they want to build. You can't build nothing without no blueprint. And if I decide to change a little bit of things in the blueprint, you're gonna be building bullshit. And that's why they start telling people lies so you can know who's telling your shit. If you change a little bit of the blueprint and you put it out, you'll know by the people that come to you and they ask, hey, I saw you put a blueprint out. I'm trying to get a commission. Or I'm just, I'm going to shout you out saying that I got the blueprint from you, right? And then you will give them the truth. And the people that go out and they say, oh, I got the answer. And then they start telling you somebody else's answer. But somebody else was planning to tell you some bullshit. So they put the bullshit out and they took the bullshit and they tell you that they got the answer. And now you try doing this shit and that shit backfiring. You think you're talking to a psychic, but you're talking to a fucking parasite. They both spell with P's. A psychic and a parasite, they both use the same symbol. But a parasite is just the opposite of a psychic. A psychic is gonna tell you your future. A fucking parasite is gonna take it from you, suck it out of you. We see the parasite 100 miles away. No one even, no one even smoke that. That's why I like when I be getting these answers. I come on here, I gotta remember that I'm getting the answers, and I'm also dissecting it and bringing y'all along with me. So that way, when y'all want to go and might be experiencing the same thing, now y'all have some answers, some truth answers that you can actually do the work, do the math, and it'll add up to whatever it needs to add up to. You'll always be 100. If I tell you something, you're always gonna be 100. I don't mislead nobody because I don't want nobody misleading me. They say hurt people, but I don't believe that. I've been hurt and I don't hurt people. I heal people. You can choose to hurt people if you want to. Hurt people don't hurt people. There's a lot of hurt people out here on the internet healing people because they've been fucking hurt. I seen I seen the ending of a relationship before it ended because I was only taught to be a man. I wasn't fucking taught to be a goddamn follower. I wasn't taught to be a sucker. I wasn't taught to be a deadbeat. So I did it right. I wanted to get married, got married, wanted to have children, wanted to have children. But a motherfucker wanted to be out in the motherfucking streets looking good for other niggas' attention when they only want your attention because you look good right now. So that's what they from. Is at home. You got somebody at home. You got to be running the streets. And then you wonder why you alone. Because you're ungrateful. You can shake ass for your man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You wanna shake ass, you can do that. And I'm telling y'all this, right? This generation, men are gonna be the ones that have the men are gonna be the ones that's gonna raise the next generation. Why? Because our priorities is intact, regardless of what you see on the internet. You go out in the street, you see where our priorities are at. It ain't all over the place. It ain't in the club. A man don't have to go to the club to fucking have fun. He can have a little spot, a little mini bar with two bottles on it, and he'll be good. But he gonna make sure the children are safe. He gonna make sure the children are provided for. He gonna make sure the children is educated, fed. He gonna beat his ass in the house. He ain't gonna be complaining and crying that he got responsibilities. He gonna see the fucking children's future, and he gonna be like, all right, I got to do this because if I don't do this, then that won't happen. So the father got to be the super psychic. He got to see the future while existing in the present and dealing with the bullshit. So yeah, the men are gonna be the ones raising the next generation. I promise you that. We ain't tired. We ain't exhausted. We just don't like being disrespected and unappreciated when everything that we do is for the woman and the children and the future. Every single thing that a man does. I'm not talking about a boy. I'm not talking about a deadbeat. I'm not talking about any of those people. Because I'd rather cut my dick off than to be associated with those type of fucking men. But that ain't gonna happen. So we're gonna have to get rid of them. Yeah, all in due time. They're taking themselves out right now. Process of elimination. Crash dummies is crashing into each other. And they crashing out. So when they crash out and they done and over with, they're gonna take them deadbeat women with them. Because no way a woman's gonna skin her legs out and have a baby and not see that child's future. I'm not even gonna get into that. But I will say that we on a bad ass. It's super psychic. May we exist in the present, but we can see the future. Patterns and actions. Anything you have to it feels good to be in you know, I ain't feel like just feel education. An educational documentary. Yeah, yeah. Be vigilant.